Thanks again. Now, a new group is tackling the growing problem of abandoned boats in Cornwall. Wreck Free Fal says there are hundreds of wrecks on foreshores around the county, and it's worried that microplastics from the hulks could get into the food chain. It's dealt with about 30 boats so far and is calling for a registration scheme to pay for recycling. Jonathan Morris reports.
On a muddy foreshore on a cold February morning, another boat is being hauled out of a river in Cornwall. The former sailing yacht was once probably the owner's pride and joy, but now it's among a growing number of abandoned boats around the Fal and Helford rivers.
You can't miss it. Everywhere you go, there's end of life, mainly GRP boats rotting away in corners of the creek. And when a car gets to the end of its life, you take it to scrapyard, you get paid 200 quid, and it gets turned into a new car. When a boat reaches the end of its life, it costs thousands of pounds to dispose of it responsibly.
A new group has been created to remove these boats, which are polluting the estuary, and campaign for a long-term solution. Wreck Free Fal has removed about 30 boats from the rivers so far. Their concern is that fiberglass from these old boats could get into the food chain.
Protecting this environment is very important. The same family have lived here for 700 years, and they care very much about keeping this river clean and safe. Collaborating with, interested organisations who want to help keep this river clean and allow us to, take tea to the world from a pristine environment. It matters to really look after this environment. It matters a lot.
I think what we're seeing now is just the tip of the iceberg. I think over the next couple of decades, all those boats from 70s, 80s and 90s are going to reach end of life.
What Wreck Free Fal would like is an annual fee for small boats, like in France, and that pays for the disposal of boats at the end of their lives.
I personally have very much enjoyed not having to pay a registration fee for my old sailing boat, and it is going to be a bit of a grimace, every time you have to pay for it. But I think I can't see any other way other than compulsory boat registration, so that there's a responsibility. You can't just leave a big piece of plastic on somebody else's foreshore and walk away and leave it. It's just not okay.
Falmouth Harbour Commissioners have praised their efforts and says their work helps make the case for a wider approach to tackling the problem. Jonathan Morris, BBC Spotlight, Cornwall.